Teto versus Mewyou. Teto is like this
first timer.
this color inverted dog.
Yeah,
A little weird.
not sure where it's from. Purple when you invert it is
Green?
Okay, so it's got green eyes.
I don't know. Maybe it's not even inverted, it just looks like inverted. You know, when you invert people and they look kind of gray and... like, you can tell when it's inverted for some reason, but you wouldn't be able to do it yourself in your mind.
Yeah, colors are weird. I'm not good with color.
And then Mewyou is like Robin Hood.
Yeah, this is
Very high res.
what's his name? What's his name?
Robin Hood.
The actor playing Robin Hood.
Oh! I see.
Why do I want to say his name's Leslie? I
Leslie?
think that's the character's name.
Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, that's him. There he is. Don't call him Robin. I'm just looking it up. We got enough time. The first timer Teto has played some matches here in Mystery Tournament, I think. I'm just gonna say 1-1. Yep, I'm right.
Wow, look at you. I mean, you don't even have the info. Like, I knew this is a losers 2 match, which I think means you have to be 1-1. It could be you have a bye and you go 0-1. I think you can still end up. But yeah, so won against Sephiroth Shadow in Rally Scraper. Rally Scraper. And then lost to El Cheeseboy and Lock and Chase, a kind of Game Boy, like Pac-Man-like.
That was a close race, though.
There were 2 races going on, and I remember both of them being close.
Yeah. And El Cheeseboy is pretty strong overall, so to get that close to beating a player like that, I think makes Teto a match for Mewyou, despite Mewyou having more experience.
Yeah, and Mewyou losing to Hectate in Cat Burglar, A Tale of Pursuit. For some reason I still, like, I hear Sir Nico pronouncing the title that way. In the MT14 opener, I believe.
Pursuit!
Yeah. That was a funny opener because it had 2 people with like cat-related names racing it.
That was perfect.
Oh no. And then won against random guy JCI to stay in this tournament.
Your reaction to that pun was to just... There was a mouth noise, and then you said, "Oh no," and then you just moved on like it never happened.
Wait, it's enough. Oh wait, they played Monster Rancher Hoppabout and I missed it? Ah, it's such a good game.
About
No?
Monster Rancher that isn't like the cartoon I watched sometimes,
There's
which
also,
is like...
There's the weird Solomon's Key Game Boy game.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know? There's like a Monster Rancher game, which is just a rebranded Solomon's Key. Really weird. Why would they do that? Where's the relation to like the genre? But no, Monster Rancher Hoppabout, it's like a pogo game. If that tells you anything. Like you're constantly bouncing, you that
Suezo guy?
You're the guy with the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the most pogo thing I can think of. That's right. But no, so it's an interesting game because you control your acceleration and not your speed. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's like very much like you're trying to finesse the controls in a way. It's super interesting, and we did a weekly blind of it, and I loved it. What a game!
Yeah, I'm just picturing it in my head, and I can already see that like you're like one step removed from the process.
I made a game about this, where like a pretty simple level, and then it keeps removing you one step from the actual control of the character. So first you control the position, which is funny because like you just press left and suddenly you're at the left part of the level. Kind of cool.
Right.
Then you control your speed directly, then you control the acceleration, and then the jerk, then the hop,
whatever's
snapple.
after jerk.
Yeah, I know this because I put it in the game, but I forgot.
Sounds cool.
But
I don't know if this game sounds cool that they've pulled here in this video game. I think I've seen this before.
I think so too.
By the way, I looked it up. It's Cary Elwes. That was the name of the actor playing Robin Hood from Robin Hood Men in Tights. We can put that to bed. And then come back to... What is this PlayStation? There's a couple games in this franchise, and they're all weird. And very different. And so I don't know just by the title which one this is.
It has these weird characters that I think are very creepy.
Yeah. And they've got like the two Canadian guys from South Park. Like a quality
Terrence
to
and
them.
Philip.
Yeah.
As a German, it's kind of weird. My pop culture knowledge when it comes to American TV shows based on which TV shows they decided to bring here.
Right.
So I know like really weird stuff. Like I know South Park, that's normal. I know Simpsons, obviously, very normal. But then I know like Drawn Together. I don't know if you even know this. I have never seen anyone talk about this cartoon ever on the internet.
I know of it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, PlayStation. It says probably a puzzle game based on the title. Wait, let's check the played games again. Let's see if any of these players has played a puzzle game. Well, Lock and Chase is kind of a puzzle game. And Cat Burglar is a bit of a puzzle game.
A little bit. They are as much puzzle games as I think this is gonna be a puzzle game. I think this is gonna have some action to it. Like I think there's gonna be enemies who are following you around and being annoying, sort of puzzle game.
That's right. I did not
Wesley,
get
that's the name that's the name of the guy from The Princess Bride. So yeah, Cary Elwes played Robin Hood in Mel Brooks's Robin Hood Men in Tights and Wesley in The Princess Bride.
I have to figure out how to sub this because the moderator didn't reply.
Oh, what is the? Oh, it's the final battle from Paper Mario.
I thought this was like the weird Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh yeah,
it sounded like the shopkeeper. Yeah, me too. I was like, wait, what? I don't remember this song.
I had an idea for like a speedrun marathon or something where the person sits down to play a run of Crypt of the Necrodancer and they don't say a single word. They just start playing and they're going through. And then whenever the shopkeeper is on screen, they just start singing the song like the shopkeeper. And then as he fades away, they stop and just completely silent again. Yeah, I think this is the Bubble Bobble-ish game. If I remember right, Yoyo's Puzzle Park.
Yeah, it's an MT14 backup. That's probably where I've seen it. Let's see how this goes, because we're starting soon. Right now.
So for the
Right
record,
now.
I don't think Drawn Together is a bad show. I just don't know much about it. The sound effects are immediately recognizable.
Alright, let's see. Nanoda musical. This is not Bubble Bobble. Wait, this is Bubble Bobble. I was thinking of
Yeah.
Buster Move for some reason when you said Bubble Bobble.
Oh,
That's a better game.
Teto is dead.
So yeah, is it one of those games where you like do something to an enemy and then you can use that enemy to kill the others?
Yes?
Hold on, let me pick.
Why are there more bombs spawning? This is actually... This doesn't quite look like what I remember.
Doesn't look anything like I remember. I mean, this was MT14, so I probably played it. I played so many games during that tournament.
That was the one where I tested like 100 games.
Well, then you probably also tested it.
Probably. But
Okay.
the way the things are animating doesn't quite... I can tell you that Teto has done an amazing clear of stage 2 to actually take the lead back immediately.
Okay, let's see what the pastebin says. Says a lot. kill all the enemies, but you aren't strong enough. What will you do? Blow them up with sentient bombs. Okay. Fire your party popper at enemies to stun them. Enemies that are stunned can be lifted and thrown. Bombs don't need to be stunned.
The one I remember didn't necessarily have to have the bombs. Like, you could kill enemies with other enemies and the... It's weird. Why is it so similar to what I remember, but just different enough that it's sticking?
You're right,
That's all I can think about.
You have to be using bombs to blow up enemies. I remember now.
Yeah.
So my race comment was, completely forgot I can throw enemies. But let's hope they don't.
You were just bombing guys, I guess.
I guess so. It's like a minor thing, but I think it will lose you time, I think.
This little dinosaur just tried to eat the bomb, which I'm like, I don't know, let him do it and then die? Like, but I guess he just holds on to it and then spits fire.
Like one of those bomb-safe cases.
Teto's also just is riding a duck, by the way. Just thought I would point that out.
It looks a little like one of those oh my god.
What? There's a little photo on this 3D stage when you spin the camera? Is that just part of the stage clear animation, or is that a button you can hit?
I don't know. I don't remember this. See what the basement says. Nothing.
Teto lost the duck, which was giving, like, infinite jumps, basically. It seemed pretty good. Oh, Teto unable to knock the guy down into the lingering explosion from the bomb. Is going to need a new bomb.
What's with the spinning?
The spinning. What spinning? Oh, the stage?
Yeah, the stage.
I don't know.
I don't remember this.
There's some kind of snake with a bell on its tail. Mewu's gonna pick it up. I don't know what this does.
The
we'll
vehicle.
find out next stage.
The duck. I was thinking the duck looks like an inflatable pool toy. The snake looks even more like an inflatable toy.
One blow gotcha.
Oh man, it's the Taj Mahal. Yes.
Maurice's rule of reading the level stage for a clue. One blow gotcha says to me there's some way to do something clever to win the map in one explosion.
Nabi goes bang. Probably not that useful.
Probably not. Probably these fireworks are gonna go bang.
What does Hanabi mean, fireworks?
Yeah.
Wait, you actually knew that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
I know a couple things every now and then.
Oh.
It really is only a few.
But you know firework, that's obscure.
Yeah, there's a
oh my god, look at this.
Fireworks.
Teto has a new inflatable pool toy that's like this weird purse.
He uses his hands to swim around for you? Oh no.
What the hell?
You just bumped into this enemy, this bomb from below. Okay, so the bomb has been set off to kill a lot of the enemies. Actually worked out pretty good.
Do the bombs hurt you?
Let's find out. I feel like they must.
Mess around with the bombs and they'll ignite. Soon they'll explode and kill enemies. Or you. That's the base. Oh my god, this man we're riding is a laser. But it only stuns the enemies. You still have to blow them up.
It doesn't have the color, but the shape and the way that it fades and the way that it like fills the screen immediately gives me Metal Slug laser vibes.
Laser in Metal Slug is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's the big laser. The big laser is okay.
It's pretty satisfying. A lot of stages cleared here for Teto.
Yeah. It was just
Stage
kind of
9
pulling
to
ahead.
Stage 6.
Yeah, that's so much.
And it's difficult to point to any one thing. Like grouping enemies is definitely good whenever you get the chance. This enemy just split into 3 and then grew to full size again, so
It
That's
was
the
nice.
opposite of grouping. Yeah, actually, I wonder. I think it's more red than it was before.
Yeah, I think they won't do it again, at least.
Oh, no. The explosion does not find those enemies up on that second ledge. I guess the explosions are like kind of triangular or circular.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh. Violence. I don't remember the spinning.
I know.
What is this about? It just flips the level.
Yeah, I don't really see like, oh, the enemy he's green on the front, but he's blue on the back, and he does something different when it flips. Like, I don't see anything like that going on. Nice, Mewyou knocks this big bomb down the middle. Oh, but the enemies split, and it only kills one of them. It's so important to think, like, I don't know, how long does it take a bomb to explode? Like, it's a full, like, 2-3 seconds or something, right? And you need to kind of think that far ahead. It's not so easy, even though the enemies do move slowly.
Yeah, and like, you gotta get a new bump if you mess one up. Also, it wasted the...
Mewyou throws this bomb over here, right? And then just, like, kind of just watches it for a while. And I feel like during that time, you gotta go, you know, get a new bomb, look at a new enemy, right?
What is
This weird balloon child in the middle of the screen.
Who knows? Also, the snake has like the bell. Looks like it's got this weird hypnotic effect. Oh, does it makes the bombs sleep?
Maybe.
Oh my god, what's going on Teto? In the
Just have
cinema.
everything in the bottom left corner, which is also good, right? You can throw enemies all the way across the screen into the wall, so a good way to group them up is to just send them all into the same wall if you can.
Yeah. If you don't forget
One
that you can
little
pick them
core.
up.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need to get too fancy. Just grab them and throw them. The whole stage is tilting.
We're watching this like flight simulator movie.
Oh, one slime avoids all of the explosions. So you can throw like a little bit and just like pop the bomb a short distance, but you can also do the big throw all the way across the stage. They just got charged by these guys with horns. The enemies have been mostly passive so far, but I bet they're gonna start to become more aggressive.
On Tito's screen we had those like soda soft drinks for the cinema, and they were shooting juice, I guess, whatever. Like up. So you have to look out for that. No, but we're watching a different movie now. Oh, it's
Teto groups everything on the right side and
Oh.
just blows it all up. Oh, Mewyou just activates every bomb. Is that going to reach? It is not. The enemy just jumped away from that.
what a scam.
I wonder if that was on purpose. I wonder if the AI will try to avoid explosions.
Would be more of a reason to fund them.
Yeah. Oh, the triangle, not quite enough. This is really costly, stuff like this.
Oh, and then jumps into the enemy. But you just respawn. I guess if you run out of lives, you have to redo the stage.
Yeah, Mewyou's got 4 lives. Teto's got just 1.
Teto has a UFO. Let's go.
That's cool.
Oh, you can
Oh.
jump even more.
It's like the duck, but like bigger jumps.
Yeah, Teto is just throwing enemies into a corner and then a bomb. And pretty good strategy.
Sodas. Bombs up top. Sodas between you and the bombs. Oh, the UFO's gone. Got soda'd. I spilled soda all over my desk the other day. It was a slosh out the top of the cup. So it wasn't much, but the sloshing motion gave it some physics coming out of the cup, so that it got everywhere. It was a small amount that covered the most possible surface area that you could possibly believe. It was on the corner of the table, so it got the table and the plate and the cup and my hand and the handle on the cup.
Oh no.
And then dripped off the corner and went down the table leg and on the floor and on some wires that were down there.
What do you mean the handle on the cup?
It was a mug.
Okay.
Look at this grouping from Mewyou. Get rid of that soda. It's nothing but trouble.
Okay, that worked. Pick up the good soda.
Drop.
Yeah.
Speed up. Looks to be moving faster.
That's good. Question is how long you keep it.
Whoa.
Oh wow, these guys have grapple hooks.
And they can't see. They lack the most vision and yet have this crazy movement technique. They have no idea where they're going. They just throw it out.
So Mewyou has actually been like keeping pace. Still 3 stages behind.
Yeah, this happens sometimes, where one player just clues into the key ideas faster, and then the other player does, and then there's no real difference between how they're playing, but this gap just doesn't close because there's like not much left for the players to discover to go any faster than they are, sort of thing. That's not true, and that's why races like this aren't rejected, but it can be true.
Also, I love the fact that we're in a cinema and like the screen is moving when the movie it's like a motion simulator. Oh my god.
Yeah, is the camera moving, or is it like the entire theater, not just the seats? The entire theater is tilting.
Well, I think it's like a motion simulator in an amusement park.
It's a simulation of you being in a theater that is also moving and playing a movie in the theater. Okay.
Oh yeah, ID is here. ID will love this game. ID likes single-screen arcade games.
I think is also kind of a fan of these weird yo-yo games. And then I think would probably be like, well, I wouldn't say I'm a fan necessarily.
Yeah.
I think they're all right. That would be the qualification ID would follow up with immediately after. Nice bomb throw from Teto. Activates a lot of bombs in the middle of the screen. And I thought was going to kill some enemies up in that top left corner, but the bomb explosion did not reach them, and now they are all over the place. What is this balloon child? Okay, it's an extra life.
So the goal in the pace bin is a little bit more specified than the one on the stream. It says beat musical, jungle, SeaWorld, and world. And they're currently in Nanoda world, which is not in this list.
I think it always says Nanoda world.
Oh, okay. So this is just world.
We don't know what this is. There's like a menu.
Game
we
over?
got the game over. There's a menu of the park where you choose where to go, and you'll see the world names on that screen, and I think only that screen.
Okay.
You'll have to keep an eye out for it. Look at all of these hanabi.
That means firework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yes. I studied anime. Oh, so Teto set them on fire, and now they're like running around, and that seems
And
to
then
kill
they blow
them.
up on their own. Yeah.
Yeah, and just waltzes through the firework. Like, yeah, this doesn't hurt me.
Only bombs can stop me. Which a firework is not.
Yeah,
It's not an explosive at all. It's totally
baby
different.
bomb. Finale. They're boss. I remember bosses. Maybe there isn't. Maybe that's a different game.
Yeah, maybe it's this other weird yo-yo game we keep thinking exists. I do internet trivial talking about the other yo-yo game where like Tetris blocks drop from the sky and you make staircases for
Oh, that's also
Lemmings
Yoyo?
guy.
Yeah, that's a cool game.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I wanted to accept it even though it's got some serious issues with randomness of which pieces come down. But Roar overruled me and was like, no, this is kind of bullshit, and he was probably right.
Or was it salty?
It's a cool game though. We've done some reject races of it, I think, and
Yeah,
they've
I've seen
been
it being raced.
pretty fun.
Which is why I thought it was an MT, but it makes sense that it maybe was a reject or in the reject race we did.
Soda has been properly gathered in the bottom left corner, so that's going to get taken care of for Teto.
Stage
Mewyou's
clear.
got the weird man. Has a duck, but could choose to trade in the duck for a weird man.
Hmm.
Oh, the duck is gone. So
Okay, now
weird man or
it's
nothing.
weird man time.
Doesn't
Let's
see
see.
it, though. Or like, doesn't want it. I mean, I understand not wanting to go near it.
So this is jungle, which is one of the ones they have to do.
That's good.
Yeah. But I mean, they're both doing this movie theater, so it's probably... No, see, it says Nanoda Jungle, so the other one was World.
Hmm.
And I think the first one they did was musical, so after Jungle there's only SeaWorld.
All right. Oh, I
Nanoda
remember
Jungle.
the jungle level.
Yeah, kinda.
Gotta knock these guys out of the sky. Teto throws two right, but the other one is on the left side of the screen. Put a mask on? Okay. I thought the mask was like gonna block stuff. The bomb is barely gonna
Yeah,
fall
I
in
thought
time.
it was gonna be like slowly slide down the wall in a cartoonish manner.
So Mewyou starts the level with enemies everywhere and just jumps right past them while they're still kind of inert at the start and goes up for these bombs in the middle. Didn't get much done with those. Gonna get a couple kills on the right side. Kind of a rude level though, to put the bombs up in the air and then put a bunch of sodas below them. Edo's got one last guy, activates the bomb. Is this small explosion gonna reach? No, it is not. This guy's just hula hooping down.
Yeah, Teto is getting disrespected by this guy. Oh, look at all this Hanabi.
I'm sorry, what?
Did I misremember?
No, the joke was that you were supposed to tell me that
Oh!
Hanabi means firework.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were so uncultured. But I wasn't sure, so I was like, ah, shit. Crap, did I...
Now, my acting was too good. I got you off
Yeah,
guard.
yeah. Sorry.
So this, when it runs around, it doesn't like ignite the other ones it passes by. So that's a shame. This last one in the middle. You could pick it up and throw it into the bomb rather than the bomb into it. I wonder if the players have kind of forgotten about this the way that you did.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I was just throwing bombs into enemies.
It's clear for both players, but there's a
Yeah, it's like a...
4-stage gap.
And it's getting bigger. So what I said earlier, where Mewyou was keeping place, it's no longer really true.
Yeah.
There's also the menu boss between stage 10 and 1 of Jungle World.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's scary. You don't know what options a game has of like letting you back out to the menu quickly. And it's like, maybe it's faster to reset the console.
Oh no.
But then what if it saves absolutely nothing? Like,
With a PlayStation game, if there's no save screen actively, I would not assume it would save.
yeah.
PlayStation very much about telling you.
Oh, explosion from Mewyou kills some enemies, but just barely misses this last one, who's now walking around. And then there's a bunch of slimes spawn in at the bottom, too. Slimes, of course, start going different directions. I would have thought a throw across the bottom would have done it from Mewyou, but just let it rock in the middle.
I really don't like the look of these guys. The Yoyo people.
Yeah.
They look like, you know, the way SM64 tries to do circles. And it just didn't age very
Oh,
well.
like a sprite
Yeah, you know, like the
that's
boulders or the
pre-rendered, like,
or the
shading
scuttlebugs.
on it.
Yeah, or the scuttlebugs or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the look.
It's very like was in 3DS Max and did the sphere tool and just did it and then
Export
put
to
some
PNG.
default. Yeah. Some default.
Oh, Mewyou is
What is
doing SeaWorld.
Okay.
We have
so
a
this is
route
a
difference.
route divergence. What is it? Material. That's the word for like textures.
Material is like the
Materials.
shader.
Yeah.
This applies. Oh, wait, what's with this Jaws music?
Yeah. This is a thing that happens in the other Yo-Yo game with the Tetris blocks. There's rising water the whole time, and when you're under the water, it hits you with the Jaws theme. These floating enemies
they
are
suck.
hard to hit with bombs.
They suck. You gotta stun them. Otherwise, there's no way you're gonna get them.
And then definitely pick one up and throw it into the other one on the other side of the screen. But I'm
Oh,
pretty
no.
confident the players have forgotten.
Oh, it's gonna get away. Ah, good,
Oh!
good stun.
The jump stun, excellent. Explosion in the corner from Teto. He's on stage 7 now, whereas Mew's on 2.
The, like, design and everything reminds me a little bit of Point Blank.
Point Blank.
It's a light gun shooter on the Teto for the arcades.
I wonder if that's one of those ones where I'd know it if I saw it. There's a couple arcade games that I like played in the arcade, but like wasn't really looking at the title or anything, you know.
It's very like family friendly. That's, I guess, a unique selling point.
Oh,
But like
probably not.
House of the Dead.
Yeah, most of the ones I played were like, you're a police and you gotta kill 10,000
Yeah!
terrorists.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, shoot the bottles that are flying from the bottom, and then woo. And there's some ninjas you gotta shoot. Like I guess like cartoony ninjas. I don't like this
Teto
Jaws theme.
desperately getting the grouping of the enemies and does get the kill and sacrifices his own body. Probably worth it.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out what these submarine guys do. They drop down. Do they shoot missiles? Do they freely move around in the water?
Oh my god.
They're sodas, basically.
They're shooting intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Nope, I can't find the reference.
I don't know, that's just what they're called.
Oh, it's just a very specific name for what that is. Okay. These enemies are everywhere on Teto's screen. What a mess. Well, the birds are dropping the bombs.
What are these, like, water things? There's so much going on in some of these levels. Like, there's this train in the background, we're on this boat, there's something in the foreground scooting by, There's these blue waterfalls, the birds are dropping bombs, enemies
There
are flying all over the
layers
place.
of parallax scrolling going on at
Yeah.
any given time. Then the whole stage flips around 360 degrees for no reason.
Oh, it hasn't been doing that since the first one.
Yeah, that was the gimmick of the first world, I guess.
That was annoying. Useless.
The laser is grouping everything from Mewyou, except one of the slimes gets away. But it's okay, there's a whole bunch of slimes that need to go.
What is this laser? Oh, it even ignites bombs.
Yeah,
Oh, but this one, like, dodged.
shoot. Those explosions are... Okay, those two big ones will definitely get it. Look at the grouping from Mewyou. Everything is slowly starting to drift away, but the explosion catches absolutely everything.
Oh my god. So much Hanabi. Yeah, I'm unsure again if I said the right word.
No, you got it.
Okay, good.
Hana is flower.
Oh. Wow. Japanese is so poetic.
I don't actually know if that's why they call it.
It makes
like
sense.
Sometimes,
It's like
sometimes letters.
a flowering explosion.
Yeah, I think so.
Teto is on the last stage of Jungle. It will only have to do SeaWorld, which Mewyou is halfway through. Exactly. So right now it's looking very much like a... Teto is clearly in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, like, well, maybe the SeaWorld levels are super hard.
I mean, they
It's
are.
gonna
I
slow
remember
Teto
these.
down.
I remember these stupid submarines.
Yeah, but the chaos of the jungle levels doesn't exactly seem easy.
That's true. The fact that Mewyou has this man vehicle really helps, I think.
Yeah,
This is really good.
Teto hasn't had a vehicle, it feels like, for a long time. Maybe there just aren't any in the jungle.
Dun, dun.
These submarines are a little bit impervious to the laser. They really don't seem to mind it.
Yeah,
What is
they,
Mewyou doing?
they don't get stunned.
Like, the bombs are in the bottom left, the enemy's in the top left, and Mew's just kind of standing there, zapping him with the laser over and over.
Right, it happened to work somehow.
Yeah, the enemy walked
Oh.
down towards the bombs.
Mewyou lost the man.
Yeah, is gonna win the stage here, but that guy was doing a lot of work. The stage is called Jolly Jellyfish.
The left one.
Yeah,
Right.
my brain is just completely warped forever now that that word is going to stand out in
Jolly
a way.
escape.
So the bottom row of fireworks are going. Oh, but there's a chain reaction happening. The bombs were positioned to ignite the entire level.
Oh my god, these crabs don't know what's happening.
These are the guys that eat the bombs.
So, first race in MT14, the times were between 40 and 53 minutes. And I feel like Teto is gonna beat all of those.
I think so. I still have the test sheet for Mystery Train 14 too. So if I did, in fact, play this one... Is it Yoyo with a hyphen?
Yo-yos. Yes. Apostrophe. Oh, no, hyphen. Hyphen is... No. One word.
Hopscotch beat me. Hopscotch had 38.26, I had 39.57.
Oh, well, both of you beat all of the race times then.
And I think
Including
Teto,
mine, but
like,
not my type of game.
if you go about 10 minutes a world, right? That's the pace that we were on. Teto's faster than that pace. He's
true.
already on 3 stages.
But maybe the
That's why.
SeaWorld is a bit harder.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, the laser man is here somewhere.
Hmm.
And it just did so much work for Mewyou.
Oh, there he
There
is.
he is. You choose.
Choose wisely. Oh,
And the man's gone.
you have chosen. Poorly.
I don't even know if it was a choice. Teto just kind of jumped up into a cloud of like 15 sprites, and then several interactions happened, and at the end of it, the man was gone.
Can you not drop, grab enemies bombs that are on fire?
That's a good thought. I'm not sure. Mewyou knocks this guy away from the bomb. Oh, you can cross gaps as long as you don't let them fall. That's neat. Alright, well that guy's dead. Mewyou is just clearing 8 in this world. Teto is like almost lapping Mewyou by a whole world, which is crazy to think about.
This is gonna kill everything? Oh, beautiful.
Like, this is not a game where I would expect it to be possible to be that much better than your opponent. Crabs and Jellyfish is a really great level name.
Oh yeah, it's factual. I like it.
Really annoying level layout for Mewyou here on 9.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just, there's these enemies in the middle of the stage. I guess they tend to go to the bottom when they jump. I thought they were probably like programmed to hop from platform to platform and then make it really hard for you to get bombs to sit on those middle platforms, but looks like they'll kind of collect at the bottom and then jump up these platforms on the sides.
Oh, Teto lost his snake vehicle.
It's already on stage 6. Goes down, is not going to game over, still has 1 more life.
No, it has 3.
Or
The
two
lives are in
more
the top
lives.
right.
Oh, you're right. So
I don't know what the hell the baby is. Don't ask me. Ah, picks up the enemy and throws him right out behind the bump. Very well done. Mewyou finally
Mewu's got a
beats
duck.
this. And has a duck. It's a very annoying duck. Ah, this noise. I don't know, I don't like it.
I like this thought from Internet Original. Planning the plannable levels really well. And it's true. Some of these levels, there's something clever you can do. Some of them is just a mess, and you're going to have to deal with it. But like these fireworks, like if you get the ones on top, they're going to run down and beat all of the ones below as they run.
Hey, do they?
No, they don't.
I thought we said earlier that they don't.
They don't. The thing in this level is the bombs are positioned such that if you detonate the bottom one, it will blow up all of the bombs in a chain reaction. That's the That's the thing.
Oh, the Hanabi.
Yeah. The what?
It's Japanese for firework.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense because Hana means flower.
Yeah, I knew that too. But
Stage 8.
Yeah. Mew's only 2 levels ahead in the last one of SeaWorld. It looks like Mewyou is ahead, but Mewyou is missing a whole world.
A whole world.
We're back in Aladdin.
It's not. It's the same world that you've always. It's a whole world. It's a place you already know. It's not very dazzling, or shining, or splenterous. Have you seen the Nickelback thing where he's holding up a graph and he goes, "Look at this graph."
Yeah. A very long word.
That's 8 cleared.
Is Teto gonna lap Mewyou?
Maybe. I mean, you set up this really clever chain reaction with the bombs, and then the explosion stayed on the platform and didn't travel off of the platform and missed every enemy. The only bombs on the stage are like way up in the top and the submarines down in the bottom.
Oh, but the Shine was this annoying one. think Mewyou has this.
Nice
What's this
explosion
balloon
from
guy?
Teto. I don't know. He shows up sometimes and then he flies around, and
Oh.
I think you can pop his balloon to collect him.
That was a good double hit by Mewyou. Manages to not get lapped.
Synchronized stage clears. Mewyou gets out of 10 just as Teto enters it. Finale is a fitting word.
Boat adventure.
So we're gonna see like the fastest race clear we've seen of this, right?
Yeah, including the testers.
Although, well, it has a ton of lives. It's not going to be a game over situation, I'm pretty sure.
If you do game over, you have to restart the stage, but I haven't seen that really become an issue.
Yeah. These stages are not so long that you can lose that much time, even if you were close to the end of it.
This is the last enemy. Just stands here with the enemy. It's like that wrestling move where you like put a guy with like a kind of half backflip, and that's a clear. That's a dot done. What a time.
I was waiting to hear you fumble this explanation of what this wrestling move is for like 45 seconds, but you're like, no, but it's clear. We gotta move on. That's a finish. 37-20.
Okay, so they grab the guy in front of them, and then they like lean back very much, and then slam their head into the mat.
And then pin them. They hold them there and pin them, right?
Do they?
I mean, that's a variation of it, where you keep holding onto them.
I don't know. I don't watch wrestling.
Generally, what you're thinking of is a suplex.
Sure. It was like a suplex. It was crazy.
Except was just holding onto him and not slamming him into the ground or anything. It was awesome, though. You're right. It's just a good example of the little things that Teto is made use of to achieve such a great time. Yeah, the paceman does say you can pick guys up. Maurice's comment on his race was that he forgot that he could do that. So we're not surprised that the players also fell into the same trap.
Hey there.
The train killer, that's right. Oh, we got Teto here. Hello.
GG's.
So we were looking up, we've had this race before, we were looking up old test times and stuff. None we found were faster than what you just did, so congratulations.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I just figured out that throwing the enemies, it's I think the right thing to do. Just throw enemies to the walls and bombs right after those.
Yeah, it's like it depends on the situation, right? Like if wherever things are, throw the other things towards where the things are, right? Like whether it's bombs or enemies, you need both of them over there. So I would say Mewyou has sort of forgotten that you can actually grab the enemies and throw them too.
Yeah, I had a few problems with grabbing at first because I thought like you press the button to grab those enemies and you instantly grab those, but you have to press the button before running into those enemies. So you press square button and walk into the enemies just to grab them up. It's a little bit weird at first, but yeah, it somehow works out pretty well later on.
Okay. Did you feel like, you know, when you first get the glimpse of the level as you load in or whatever, did you feel like you were able to kind of figure out a plan for what you wanted to do in the level?
I think one of the first priorities was to instantly like just go up and grab those bombs on top, so you can just throw them left and right or something like this. On those U-turn stages with the middle stage and those blockades left and right, those were like two parts of the level: kill the enemies inside and work the way around to the bottom floor. I think the most problem I had with the train stage with those moving platforms, those screwed me up a little bit.
Yeah. So the train stage, you mean like the jungle, right? That's like moving you're like traveling through a jungle or whatever.
Yeah, the jungle stage.
Okay.
I think the train is it's a way better stage for it. I mean, it was a boat as well, right? Yeah. Whatever it was, it
whatever
moved.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found those levels were extremely just chaotic. I mean, the whole game is chaotic visually, like what is going on at any time. But the jungle levels, they're like the flying birds are dropping bombs, and there's lots of like. Did you ever like lose track of like where you were on the screen or anything?
I think that the later levels were pretty messy. The first one mostly just introduced you to a new mechanic. Like here the water is rising and there are little U-boat thingies and whatever that submarines they drive instead. And after you get those enemies done and those flying birds, it's like afterwards, yeah, it's a little bit easier to understand it. And if everything just went into one pool, I think the last 2 levels mostly, those were chaotic. And I think I was pretty lucky with those continues or those level ups, so I could just sometimes abuse it for just let's kill the stage, let's kill the enemies, and if I die instead, it's not that much of a deal. I got enough continues, so
Yeah, we saw you. I mean, the very last enemy of the game was you just standing there holding him next to a bomb.
that was the point. Like, why should I throw those enemies left or right, and anything will rise up and fall down? So let's just grab it and just wait it. I got 8 or 6 lives, so pretty lucky with those. I mean, the document we got before, it was pretty funny. Like, there are cards. What are they doing? We don't know. Grab them or don't. So I had a fun time experimenting with those. After the level was done, you got enough time to just grab a few things left and right. And I don't know what triggered those special reward drops at the end of the stage, where like everything just floats up and down, and you could grab like everything you want.
Yeah, there was a lot about some of the finer points, like what gives you extra lives and stuff. With sometimes a guy with a balloon will like start bouncing around the stage. I don't know what he's about.
I don't know. At first I thought he's going to pick up those cards, but I got those later on. I think in the last stage of the one, I got those cards flying around and just instantly into the character to pick them up. But there was no balloon guy involved, so who knows? Maybe he distracts the enemies and is just there.
Well, you did really good with a really weird game. So congratulations.
Really enjoyed that one, to be honest. And even my potato can run this, so I'm glad. We got those re-games last time, and we had to redraw those because my setup isn't powerful enough for those games. But yeah, this was kind of fun, and the frame rate was at 50s, so it was a nice and pleasant experience.
That's perfect. That's what I want to hear from people playing in Mystery Tournament. I mean, ever, but specifically people for their first Mystery Tournament. You want to have a good experience.
I watched those Mystery Tournaments back on GDQ stage. I don't know, I think it was one of the main events. I just watched those and joined the Discord server, and all the times like, yeah, maybe next time. And even this time I was just like, filling up the form on the website and never submitted those, as I remember correctly. And I think it was the beginning of December where it was like a ping. Teto, do you want to really sign up right now? So join the challenge. And I was like, oh, I never submitted those, but why not? Let's enter this. This is a fun tournament. There you can't lose anything. Just have fun.
Wow, that's an excellent attitude to have, and we're happy to have you. So, congratulations. Your run through the bracket continues. We wish you the best of luck with your next match, and thanks so much for coming to talk to us.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the V-stream, and until next time.
So, Mewyou is on stage 7 of the jungle, has got a duck. Which, I mean, you get the jumps from the duck, but I guess this projectile it spits out is going further as well. And it also has the...
Yeah, I wouldn't use the duck because of that. Not a fan.
The mental damage I'm taking from this duck is going to affect my performance.
Oh man, now like snowboarding around the level. Crazy. What? It was crazy.
There's Balloon Guy again. It doesn't seem like you can interact with him. It seems like he does whatever he does, and then when he's done, he's done.
Alright, that's gonna be clear. Even with the small bump.
Oh, there's the train. The train's in the background. I was like, what does he mean by train level? I'm freaking out. There it is. See, there's just so much going on the screen. I didn't even realize a train is going through the level.
There it is. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. It's got sounds and everything.
Every train needs sounds, even if it's weird music, like in whatever it was called, something minder, choo-choo minder.
Oh, I had that muted. I was like,
oh, look at this.
Stupid puzzle.
Oh, the getting everything at once. There's so many carts.
You get a fun celebration for beating the stage too. So I moved on Teto in the bracket, and I see they face Nakarashi next in Losers 3. And then is fated to fight either, I don't know, Grump Master or loser of Timo versus Vittorio. These are matches based off of what I've seen from Teto and just some of the insights from talking to them in the interview. I feel like they have a chance of beating all of those people.
I think they're German, just based on the accent, so I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, sometimes the Whitley comes in here and speaks with a very distinctive, not just Canadian, but like Ontarian accent.
Really?
That I immediately recognize.
I don't think I could tell.
It's the outs.
Outs?
Out and about. Out and about.
A boot?
Out, that sound.
A boot.
People will say, Canadians say oot, a boot, but it's not. It's out. Out and about. And just sometimes the inflection on sentences, it'll just kind of go up in certain places, and I'm like, yep, that's one of my boys.
I try to minimize my accent. Whenever I listen to like clips of the commentary or whatever, I'm not doing a very good job.
I mean, who cares? No one cares. They would just be in the chat, and while I was commentating something, and my mind is fully on the game, and then someone in chat says, "Is he Canadian?"
Oh.
And I'm like, suddenly I'm very conscious of how I sound.
Mewyou game over it pretty much at the end of the stage. I only
Right
had
at
2
the
enemies
end.
left, or maybe even 1 enemy after that bomb explode.
Whatever it's worth, I found your English is always pretty, like, you have a pretty good vocabulary. Like, sometimes you have phrases, like knowledge of idioms and stuff. Like, you have a very, very high, what's the word? Fluency, I guess, for a secondary language.
Thank you.
Very, very natural sounding.
I was thinking the other day I could start like using German idioms, but like translated verbatim, so nothing makes sense to anyone. Everyone would be like, "Oh, I only understand train station."
I was doing commentary with someone, and they just very casually went, "Oh man, yeah, that'd really butter his bread." And I went, "What?" And he went, "Oh, I guess you don't have that one in English." And it's like, "Nope."
You gotta be careful and put butter with the fishes when you do that kind of thing.
Yep, no idea.
Like usually idioms make some kind of sense, but sometimes they're just completely random. That's a clear.
Yeah. There it is. It was the platforms were moving really fast in that moment too. So nicely done by Mewyou to score that explosion. You're right though. Sometimes they're self-explanatory, and you could, even if you've never heard it before, you're kind of like, oh yeah,
2
you might
birds
even
with
think
1
it's clever.
stone. Sure, kind of. Or
Yeah.
a bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. Okay, makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
But then there's others, and
Well, sometimes people just shorten it. They go, well, you know what they say, a bird in the hand.
yeah,
What?
that suddenly the context is missing.
As opposed to in a nest? Oh, but Mr. Quest music comes blaring in.
Correct. Battle 1. Just any of those other battles. Yeah, gotta be careful with.
So I have to stop.
Gotta be careful with idioms, otherwise the dog goes crazy in the pan.
In the pan?
In the pan. I don't know. It's what we say.
Like, dog goes crazy. I'm like, I'm with you, and then
In the
oh,
pan.
you lost me. You can lead a horse to water,
You totally can.
and then just I guess you could.
Let's see if they want to talk real quick.
I think my pig whistles hearing these idioms.
Yeah, that's another German one.
I remember I heard from Kiara, the VTuber who's from Austria. She said something about like someone was taking her picture, and she said something about how like they call it your good side is like your chocolate side.
Yeah, that's German.
Yeah.
Wait, that's also English, isn't it?
No.
No?
No chocolate side. That's not a thing.
Really? I thought it was.
You'd say get my good side, but
Okay,
no
yeah.
chocolate. Not a part of it.
Yeah, in German, if you take a photo, you're gonna try to capture the chocolate side.
Which I love it. The visual of it immediately just makes total sense. I'm like, yeah, no. It's got like a cookie with, plain on the bottom
yeah.
and then chocolate drizzled on top.
Yeah,
and the
that's the
chocolate's the
sweet
good
side.
part.
Yeah,
That's the part that you want.
Yeah, that's the sweet one. Alright, so Mewyou is drained from the game, will not be joining us, which is fine.
I mean, it's a pretty long game, right? It's 50 minutes, and it's all kind of the same,
And it's always action. There's only so much time between the levels.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm seeing a very big gap before the next match.
Yeah, we will not be filling that. I have one vodcast downloaded, which may actually be enough to fill the gap between the... Oh, in minus 12 minutes. Nice.
That's so cool. Okay.
I think something broke with my script. I saw it earlier when I was developing locally. Whatever. The lowest threat versus Xelotath gonna be in 3 hours, 20 minutes at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then 2 hours later we have Econ versus Fuller Lizards. And I think we can fit a podcast in between. That way we have 4 matches in a sequence. And ending with Mr. Moggy versus Maxale by 40.
Sounds good to me.
1.5
Thank
spins.
you, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching Mystery Funhouse. Mystery Tournament 0017 continues in a couple hours, so we'll see you then.